Hello, friend. I'm Lily Rose, and this is Through the Ashes, a podcast about grief and the quiet ways we grow because of it, not in spite of it. I'm so glad you're here. Quick note before we begin, I'm not your therapist. I'm just a person who's walked through loss and has found that growth can happen even in the darkest times. If you are in acute crisis, please reach out to a professional or trusted support line. Let's begin. I want to talk to you today, not to the version of you that is trying to keep everything together, not to the version of you that is performing strength for the world, but to the quiet, honest version of you that exists when no one is watching. The one who's tired, the one who wonders if they're doing enough, the one who fears that if they slow down, everything might fall apart. If that's you, stay with me. Because becoming the person your future self will thank you for does not come from perfection. It comes from something much simpler, small, powerful shifts. And I know that might feel almost disappointing because part of us wants transformation to look dramatic. We want the moment where everything clicks, where pain disappears, where life finally feels figured out. But real change, real becoming, it happens quietly, almost invisibly, in moments no one applauds. Your future self isn't going to thank you for the nights you ignored your own needs to prove your worth. She isn't grateful for the years you spent betraying yourself to keep the peace. She doesn't honor the version of you that survived on adrenaline, guilt, and obligation. She thanks you for the moments you chose yourself, even when it felt uncomfortable. And let me say something that might feel hard to hear. You don't owe your suffering to anyone. You don't need to earn rest. You don't need to justify healing. You don't need to be more broken to deserve softness. Your future self thanks you when you stop treating your life like something to rush through. Because rushing doesn't heal wounds, it just covers them up. And perfection is often just fear dressed up as discipline. Becoming who you are meant to be isn't about becoming flawless. It's about becoming honest. Honest about your limits, honest about your grief, honest about your capacity. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is this: stop waiting for clarity before you give yourself compassion. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't need the full roadmap. You just need to treat the version of you that exists today like she matters. Your future self thanks you for drinking the water when no one reminds you, for stepping outside when your chest feels heavy, for pausing instead of pushing through just one more thing. She thanks you for the days you choose presence over productivity, because someday you'll look back and realize those moments saved you. Another shift: learning to listen to your body instead of arguing with it. Your body's not trying to sabotage you, it's trying to protect you. That tight chest, that exhaustion, that numbness, those aren't weaknesses, they are messages. And when you finally stop saying, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "What do I need?" everything changes. Your future self thanks you for resting before collapse, for crying before bitterness, for speaking before resentment. She thanks you for choosing regulation over reaction, for realizing that peace isn't found in controlling everything. It's found in learning how to come back to yourself. Another shift, this one is big. Stop measuring your progress by how little you feel pain. Pain is not failure. Pain is information. Healing doesn't mean you stop hurting. It means you stop abandoning yourself when it hurts. Your future self is grateful you stayed, that you didn't numb it all away, that you didn't shame yourself for still struggling, that you didn't quit on your own heart just because healing took longer than expected. She thanks you for letting growth be slow, because slow growth roots deep, and deep roots survive storms. You don't need to become someone unrecognizable to be worthy of a better future. You just need to become more you, more attuned, more anchored, more honest. Your future self doesn't ask for more hustle. She asks for more trust. Trust that rest won't ruin you. Trust that boundaries won't make you unlovable. Trust that choosing yourself doesn't mean losing everyone else. And yes, some people may fall away when you stop overgiving, but your future self thanks you for not shrinking to keep people close. She thanks you for choosing alignment over approval. Here's the truth most people won't tell you. The life you want isn't built through force. It's built through consistency in small, loving choices. It's built every time you say, I don't need to rush. I don't need to prove. I certainly don't need to punish myself to be worthy. Your future self thanks you for forgiving yourself faster, for letting days be messy without making them meaningless, for remembering that becoming is not a straight line, it's a spiral. And every time you choose compassion over cruelty with yourself, you move forward, even if it doesn't feel like it. So if today all you can do is breathe, that's enough. If all you can do is show up imperfectly, hey, that's enough. If today you choose one small act of care instead of self-criticism, that is exactly how you become the person your future self will thank. Not through perfection, not through rushing, but through presence. And one day, quietly, without fireworks or announcements, you'll realize you made it somewhere softer. And your future self, she will look back at you and say, thank you for staying. Thank you for slowing down. Thank you for choosing me. If this podcast found you where you are, please write us at throughtheashes@outlook.com. Tell us your name, where you're listening from, and if we're able to share your story in a future episode. Next week, we'll talk about how growth doesn't feel like healing sometimes. We rise, maybe not fast, maybe not pretty, but we rise. I'm Lily Rose, and this is Through the Ashes. See you next week.